Annayia needs to get out of her head and she needs to lock in and choose Carl. Ask questions, worry about the consequences later. Forget about Casey. Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. So, today we are talking Love Island USA Season 8, Episode 21. And this is the first look reaction, y'all. This is the first look reaction. It just came out. And I'm gonna have to hold Anayya's hand. I just want to shake. I want to shake Annayia like girl. We're gonna get to her in a moment. The trailer as a whole is pretty lackluster. There's nothing happening. I thought the girls were gonna get something for winning the competition against the Casa Amor people. That's usually something like what they did in season 6 and season 7. They sent like an Instagram-y story of what their men was doing, like video footage. And I feel like, you know, they are probably thinking, oh, we sent them the heart rate challenge. But no, you need to send them bed footage. You need to send them more, because these girls are living in the land of Delulu. They are living in the land of Delulu. So we have Corey, who is putting together a date for Melanie. And finally, somebody does something. It's taken, you know what I'm saying, 4 weeks. But finally, somebody has done something, even though it's a Casa dude. He's trying to do whatever it takes to get in the villa. And I hope he gets picked. If it's not by Melanie, I hope Jen picks him. You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest, Jen doesn't have any connections in Casa. The guy she thought she was connected with this whole time, Cal, basically pulled the Uno reverse on her and said that he was into Kenzie. You know what I mean? like just pulled the Uno reverse the day before the last day, you know, to, you know, explore her friend. Then we have a scene with Jen. She's talking about how Dylan is a really nice guy, does all this stuff for Kenzie. I don't know if she's trying to imply that Kenzie's not appreciative of it, or if Jen sees it and she likes it and she wants it. Maybe she's on some get back after the conversation Cal and Kenzie had. Like if you don't want Dylan, I'll take him. I actually think he would be a great addition to the villa. He's also furniture, but I think he would be a great addition. You know what I'm saying? But we got to get the furniture out. Between Jen and Caleb, y'all got to go, right? There wasn't too much conversation and deliberation over at Casa. You know what I'm saying? It was just everybody doing nothing. Everybody doing nothing over there. However, they get the text message, right? They get the text message that's like, listen, look at here. Tonight is the recoupling. You got to decide on what you're going to do. Are you going to stay in your current couple, or are you going to, you know, select a Casa person, right? So the girl got a text, the girls got the text, and the men got the text. And why did Sincere say this is going to be a sincerely decision, or a sincere decision? Something he said, no. I can't with him. I cannot with his shenanigans. I cannot with his shenanigans. So then it shows everybody getting ready, right? It shows everybody getting ready. Kate is really nervous and everything else. She's trying to have a powwow with Trinity. Earlier in the day, you guys, Annayia is talking about how fine Casey is. And I'm here to tell you something that shouldn't be a secret to y'all. A lot of F-boys are fine. A lot of F-boys are fine because why? They know women want them. Except for KC over at Casa, was acting like he's never experienced women wanting him before. But nonetheless, Trinity's like, he can be fine, SHIT, all you want him to be, but he continues to play in your face. And if you want to be Dumbo, if you want to be an idiot, if you want to be a dumb ASS, if you want KC to continue to play in your face, no matter how fine he is, then so be it. That's your dumb ASS. And I was like, thank you, Trinity. Thank you, Trinity. Although I think your couple with Bryce, I think he's full of ish. But thank you, Trinity. You know what I mean? Like it gets to a point, and I love me some Annayia down. But here's the other side that I had to think about this, right? Annayia is in her early 20s, right? And some of y'all who have been in your early 20s, you know what I'm saying? If you had a gaslighter like KC before, You know what I'm saying? If you had a manipulator like Casey before, you know what I'm saying? You know the routine. You know the routine that they're going to love bomb you, and really their actions are not matching their words. And you know there's some sus behavior going on, but you can't quite yet prove it. You don't fully have the receipts. There have been some hints provided to you, Annayia, via other people in the villa. And you're still trying to stay the course because KC is going to flip the conversation around on you when you confront him and tell you it was all a lie. Tell you it was all a lie and only confirm that he wanted to explore Soul after Soul left the villa. Just like he admitted that he kissed a girl at the end of elementary school their last day because they were going off to summer never to see each other again. Basically, he was too chicken to do so during the school year. So, you know, the same thing with Saul. The conversation after the fact, oh, I wish we could have done more to keep you, da-da-da. If you wanted her, you would have talked to her. Let's keep it a buck. It would have been more than platonic. Y'all would have done more than create a handshake within 24 hours. Let's just keep it a buck for what it is, right? So then we get a confessional from Carl who says that he feels that he'd be lying if he said he wasn't feeling delusional, that he's unsure of what Annayia is going to do tonight, that he's not confident that he's necessarily going to be picked. I did peep, though. They showed the men and the women, the OG men and the OG women getting ready. Why is Trinity and Bryce matching in yellow? Like what is happening? So are we going to get them out the way first? I feel like they're going to save Annayia and Casey for last. I feel like Annayia and Casey are going to be last, as well as Melanie and Sincere maybe. Because I feel like it's known that Corbin and Kenzie are going to move on. It's known that Jen and Caleb are going to move on. I feel like Kate is going to stick it out with Zach. I don't think she is going to bring back Shay. As much as I want her to, I don't think she's going to. And I think Zach's going to be back for her, obviously, because he is nobody. We know Bryce and Trinity, they're going to lock it in. So really the main couples to pay attention to is going to be what Melanie and Sincere do. I don't think Sincere is going to bring old girl back, but that would be hilarious if he did. That would be absolutely hilarious if he did. I'm not confident that Melanie will bring back Corey. Because all that stuff that she talks about, trying to hype the girls up, she never matches the energy. But I feel like for Annayia, but I feel like production low-key kind of played. Because if you're dealing with some women who you can show them things, but they're still not convinced, I really feel that they need another video. This would have been the season to show them the video footage, and not a video footage of a heart rate challenge that they can put back in the back of their mind. Oh, it's a challenge. You can go hard in the paint for a challenge. They needed to see KC going down, where he was kissing Sydney down in the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? That needed to be a picture. Also the photo of him kissing, what's her face? TT down after the heart rate challenge. Those needed to be, Casey needed 2 pictures. As far as I'm concerned, nobody cared about what Caleb was doing over there. Nobody's concerned about Caleb. I feel like production, we dropped the ball. Or you could have put some quotes. Annayia and I have nothing in common. You know what I'm saying? You could have did little bubble letters. Annayia and I have nothing in common. Something, because Annayia has this hold on KC, and I know people are going to drag her, but I recognize the signs. You have somebody who has love bombed you for 3 weeks. Somebody who has told you a bunch of nonsense for 3 weeks. However, the actions were not matching the words. What dates was he planning for you? What things was he doing to take time out of his day to really show you how he feels about you? And either that's on production for not showing us their connection, or Casey was love bombing, telling Annayia everything that, he thought she wanted to hear, but Casey's motives were vindictive. He was expecting some type of, additional physical connection in return. And here's the thing, Annayia was kissing him day 2. They were cuddling that first week. So it's not a situation of them not doing anything, of them not kissing, them not cuddling. A lot of times, yeah, she'd be knocked out, but ultimately, when they started having problems, that's when she started to pull away because she sensed her intuition was telling her something isn't right. But every time she would confront KC about it, he would lie about it. He would deny it. Like I said, the only thing he's ever confirmed, the times that Annayia has confronted him with something somebody else said in the villa, either during a game or in another conversation, KC would gaslight her and flip it around and say that she was being disrespectful. And that she was losing it. And that she was doing too much. But the whole time, her intuition was right. The whole time, everybody else in the villa was right. I really hope Annayia is not going to stand there by herself. I wish people would stop saying that KC doesn't or that Annayia doesn't like KC. She fell for him. She didn't choose him the first night, but she fell for KC. She fell for his love bombing. And it's unfortunate because it has her looking out here out of her body. She's not as attracted to Carl as she is with KC. And I feel like that was intentional as to why she didn't choose who she chose. But in retrospect, it sounds like some of the people that didn't get chosen, that was the right decision as well. Because why are you going on social media, liking comments saying Annayia deserves to be played? So we already know that you were just as performative because you wanted to link up with the people who were popular. And Annayia is one of the popular contestants. So I am really hoping that Annayia chooses Carl. I am really hoping we get movie night on Sunday because we need to, you know what I'm saying? We need to make some things shake. I hope there's a vote after tonight's episode on the couples so Casey and TT can see the bottom and Corbin and, Parita can see the bottom. They can have movie night Sunday and then do the elimination right after, to where Annayia can see in 4K what KC really thinks about her, so there is zero chance of reconciliation. But I need her to lock in with Carl. I need her to realize that what KC is doing is not it, and that you're not going to put up with it, you're not going to stand for it. So, nonetheless, you guys, that is it for this video. Do me the biggest favor, and that is to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post some content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.